Alright, how's it going? Back here with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at iOS 26 Beta 2. So Beta 2 just came out this morning, earlier today, today being Monday, June 23rd. And so there's a few things that have indeed changed from that of Beta 1. A few that are good, and one that I don't particularly care for. So let's go ahead and jump into the most notable change in this new update. So the first thing to change is the control center, notifications, folders, and certain menus within the operating system have been modified to have increased contrast now. So if I go up here into control center, you can see to the left of the screen here, you'll see Beta 1 to compare, but right here is Beta 2. And Beta 2 obviously has made everything, the background rather, quite a bit darker, and the icons surrounding everything are much more blurred. They're definitely less see-through than they were in Beta 1. And this is the thing that I don't particularly care for, because it kind of takes away that clear glass effect that I believe Apple is trying to go for here. I do understand the need for better contrast and readability. However, this is, in my opinion, a little bit too far. It's just too much blur and less glass looking now, in my opinion. And this is this page, the music page, and these icons here. And then if we go into, let's say, a little extra menu, you can see that actually looks okay. There's plenty of contrast, plenty of readability for that. But the icons here are not great, in my opinion. Folders also got this little bit of an update change. However, you can see the folder itself before opening it. Right here, I have the Synology and Utilities folders right here. They still look very clear and very reflective and see-through. But once you open it, that kind of reflectiveness somewhat goes away. It's still there, but it's just there's a heavy additional blur that has been added. Again, not really sure that I like this too much. Moving on, we have in the Settings app a new ringtone to choose from. So we can click on that, ringtones, go into ringtones, and under the reflection ringtone, we have two now. We have a default, which sounds like this. And the alternative one. So that is the new ringtone that has been added. There was a hint that a new ringtone was coming in Beta 1, however, it was not yet available, but it is now available in Beta 2. Next up is there is a change to how search works within the phone app. So if we go into the phone app, it looks basically the same as it did in Beta 1. However, to the left of the screen here, again, to compare, Beta 1, when you open the search menu, the keyboard would not automatically show up. Whereas now in Beta 2, if you tap the search icon, the keyboard, as you can see, automatically shows up and presents itself. And then you can hit the X on the right side of the screen here to close it and go back to the previous menu. So that's actually a nice change, so you don't have to do extra steps to get the keyboard to show up. Next is involving Safari. So if we go over here and jump into Safari, and if you use the compact view for the search or address bar, you'll see that it is slightly different. Over there on the left side again, compared to Beta 1, the address bar is slightly modified, and the button that is to the left side of the address bar is now gone. And so all of that has been basically consolidated into this 3-dot icon on the right-hand side, and as well that menu within the 3 dots has also changed. So if we go open up here, we can see that the 3 icons that were at the very top of this menu, kind of in a horizontal line, are now gone, and they have been changed to a vertical list. As you can see, share, and they also, instead of it just being an icon, it now has text next to them as well. And then the last change within Safari is under the All Tabs button. And in Beta 1, the blue check mark that is here was at the top right of the screen, whereas now in Beta 2, it is at the bottom right of the screen. And the buttons that were at the top left are now consolidated once again into a 3-dot icon, which you can see here, you click and it expands to give you those additional options that were previously one tap away, but are now consolidated and are 2 taps away technically. So technically more steps to get to it, but I guess it's not really that big of a deal. Next up involves the music widget. So music adds an additional widget that you can add to your home screen. So if we go over here and add a widget through customization, we scroll down and find music. In beta 1, this menu, if you scrolled all the way over, you would end at the pin section. So you wouldn't have anything beyond this pinned widget. However, in beta 2, you slide over, we have a new widget called Live Radio. And what this does is it gives you basically live radio for your basically Apple Music radio station. So you can get quick access and click on any of these directly through this widget to start playing those radio stations. Next involves wallpapers, which I can't really show particularly on this particular device because it is an iPhone SE. But if you go to add a new wallpaper, and under this collections area, on newer iPhones, the previous wallpapers that used to be in this have now returned that were previously removed in beta 1. So it's good that those wallpapers have been added back. And lastly, in terms of a feature improvement, is Apple now has added the ability, or activated, I guess, the ability to recover an iOS device to a previous working state without the need of a computer, whether it be a Mac or a PC. And what that means essentially is you can now, if you say, for example, your iPhone gets glitched or it freezes or something crashes, you'll basically have the ability to restore the phone back to a previously working state before that glitch or crash happened, which is great. And you don't have to have a PC or a Mac or a computer just in general to do this. So it can be all done on your iOS device, whether it be an iPhone or an iPad. And then to wrap things up here are a couple of glitches and or known bugs that I've found that are the probably most notable ones. Starting off with that is the notification center pull down glitch. So if you pull down the notification center, you can see the icons on the home screen don't go away. They only go away once you let go, and you can see they poof and they disappear. And once you slide up, you can see the icons are not underneath it, and they slide back into view once you let go again. So that is obviously something that should not be happening, and this is something that has been happening also in beta 1. So Apple has obviously not fixed it, so this glitch is unfortunately still there, but hopefully that gets remedied soon. And one new glitch that I have found in beta 2, which can already probably be noticed right now, is the dock icons are off center. So for whatever reason, the dock icons have become off center to the left. I don't know why. It looks really weird, but if you go in and edit the home screen, you can see the little edit icon on the top of the phone app is actually getting cut off of the edge of the screen because it's way too close to the edge of the screen. So, and if you can see moving these around, it doesn't seem to really change. They're just kind of stuck in that leftmost position. So that is a new glitch that was not there in beta 1. So hopefully, obviously, that will get fixed, which I assume it will. But yeah, that's just a weird new little glitch that is presented itself in beta 2. But anyway, so that is basically the notable or primary changes and or improvements that have been made to iOS 26 beta 2. I will obviously continue to make update videos as more betas come out, and I predict that iOS 26 beta 3 will come out 2 weeks from today. So basically, beta 3 we could probably expect to be released around July 7th, I would assume. So Apple seems to typically release betas on a every 2-week schedule, because 2 weeks ago on June 9th is when WWDC happened, and today, June 23rd, it is exactly 2 weeks from that keynote, and the second beta was released. So yeah, pretty much I would look for the next beta on a 2-week schedule. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.